Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Vibrant Soul Tarot and I'm super excited to have you here today. In today's pick a card reading, we are going to be asking about that person on your mind's current thoughts and feelings about you and about the connection. So how are they feeling at the time that you are coming across this reading? So let's go ahead and get into the pile selection. We have these 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, starting right here, we have the Light Seers Tarot deck, along with this green adventuring 4-leaf clover. Pile number 2, we have the Threads of Fate Tarot deck, along with this Druzzy Agate Heart. And then for pile number 3, we have the Pulp Tarot deck, along with this Selenite Chakra Tower. So if you do need more time in choosing your pile, you're more than welcome to pause the video here, take as much time as you need. When you do have your pile selected, I will post the timestamps for each one in the description box below for your convenience, and I can't wait to see you guys at your reading. Bye! Hi pile 1, and welcome to your reading if you chose the green adventuring 4-leaf clover, or if you chose the Light Seers Tarot deck. Either way, welcome. So today we are asking about that person on your mind and how they are currently feeling about you. So I'm going to ask Spirit here to please tune me in to my pile 1 situation, as well as show me in pile 1 how this person is currently feeling about them and about the connection, as well as anything else they may need to know at this time about this situation, please. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I just did that all in one breath. I have no idea how I did, but I did it. All right, Spirit. So how is this person feeling about pile 1? How can we show pile 1 how they are feeling? What do they need to know? Okay, so the first card we have right now is the Queen of Cups. We have the 6 of Cups, and we have the 2 of Swords. Let's get one more and then we'll get some clarifiers real fast and we will jump right in. So how is this person feeling about pile 1? I feel like with the Queen of Cups, this person has a lot of compassion for you at this time, or at least I guess a better way to say that would be like this person is feeling very sentimental about you at this time. And with the 6 of Cups, a little bit nostalgic as well. Oh, we have the Empress coming out. All right, but let's get a deeper insight. Why is this Queen of Cups here, please? Can you clarify this Queen of Cups for me? About how this person is feeling. Clarify this Queen of Cups. Okay, so we have the 7 of Cups. Okay. This kind of is showing me the 7 of Cups as well too, and the Queen of Cups, that this person's emotions are a little bit all over the place right now. I feel like, and that's why maybe we have this 2 of Swords as well too, because there is a little bit of confusion here when it comes to how they're feeling. But let's see a little bit deeper. So why is the 6 of Cups here? Oh, yep, we have the 5 of Cups. We do have a lot of cups though, which does indicate a lot of emotions as well. And I do feel like there was some kind of loss that they're referring to when they're feeling nostalgic about the past with this 5 of Cups. I feel like this could also be some regrets as well. But this seems to be where their mind goes a lot of the time. But I do believe that, you know, like how we said that Queen of Cups, this person is still feeling very like emotionally connected to you. They're also feeling, like I said before, like very compassionate for whatever reason. Like I think like when they think about you, it's like almost as if like it's a sadness with this 5 of Cups, but almost like their heart gets filled as well too, in a very sentimental way for the love that I feel like this person has for you, or the emotions that this person holds for you as well too. But I think that this person at times is not able to see clearly through the certain emotions that they have, and that's why we have the 7 of Cups here, which can be a cause of illusion and a little bit of confusion. Sometimes there could be a lot going on here as well too. Sometimes this person is trying to understand how they feel, because with this the picture in this card, I feel like this person is like thinking and they're trying to address this situation, or they're trying to decide what is best for or the best choice to make. I don't even want to say, for some reason I don't want to say decide what's best for you and them, because I don't feel like that right now. I feel like they're just trying to decide what choice to make based on how they feel. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see, why is this person kind of stuck here with this Two of Swords? Like, what is this choice? What is this about here? Why is this Two of Swords here? Oh, I got it before it fell. Okay, so we have the World. Interesting. So this makes a lot of sense as well too, guys. So the reason why this person is trying to make a choice, or maybe not making a choice at all, is because there is something that has ended or is ending, and I feel as though they're trying to decide if this is the best thing for you and them, or if it's like, if they should, most likely, I'm saying like most likely reach out, or at least let you know, because of this nostalgic feeling. And I feel like, you know, a lot of this is related to this loss right now with this Five of Cups, and it's almost as if this person is like mourning this connection, or grieving this connection right now. And I think the Two of Swords is coming here with the World to say, like, I don't know what I should do. Should I try to hold on to this? Should I just let it go? Should I, you know, should I do this? Should I do that? Kind of like with that Seven of Cups as well too. They're like, well, I feel, you know, I feel like I have this love for pile one, and I feel like I want to hold on, but, you know, the past has kind of shown me this, and this could be like their attitude towards the connection right now. Well, the past has shown me this, so now all I know is that. So with this Two of Swords, they may not even be making any move towards you right now as well too, because sometimes the Two of Swords can be like a stalemate, like a stuckness. Almost is like you don't know what to do, so you're not going to do anything, you know what I'm saying? But, and so in turn, I think with the World here, it's like they are seeing something kind of come to an end right before their eyes, and they may not even really be doing anything about it, even though they're feeling very emotionally drawn to you and connected to you through this sort of like grief, and through this sort of like sadness as well too. But now let's see the Empress here. So what is this Empress card about? About how they feel towards. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles, and that's crazy because when I asked what is this Empress card about, in my head I heard creation. And it's funny because we have a World here, as well as the World card, you know, and I think that is significant to the possibilities and the potential that this person does see with you and see with this connection. So at one side, you know, this person feels a little bit hopeless, and like, you know, like all is lost within this connection. I feel like with this Five of Cups and the Six of Cups as well too. And then on the other side, they're like, well, you know, there's so much potential we could have here, like we could create this beautiful life and all this, so I do want to keep like working at it with this Eight of Pentacles. Like, because this Eight of Pentacles is like you wanting to put your time, effort, and skills into something to develop something bigger, which would potentially, the goal would be the Ten of Pentacles, which is like a future, a legacy, you know, maybe even like kids or whatever the case is, because we do have, you know, a pregnant person that could indicate kids as well too, you know. But for the most part, I feel like this person is kind of torn, and I think that's really interesting as well too, is how the Two of Swords, how we were like talking about, it is kind of like a torn energy, or it's like a stalemate energy. So it's like on one side we have this, and then on the other side of the Two of Swords we have this. So I feel like this person, and that is kind of maybe that confusion, and they're trying to, you know, go with how they feel for the most part with the Queen of Cups, and maybe the Queen of Cups is representing how they feel about you, as well as the Empress as well too. So I feel like this person is attracted to you, whether that is, I mean, I'm sure it's physically, but I feel like this is more or less an energetically attraction, you know, with this connection and trying to make the next move or the best choice. Oh yeah, look at that. At the bottom of the deck we have the Chariot, which is all about willpower and kind of pushing through whatever your circumstances are to kind of get to the other side. Sometimes the Chariot isn't the easiest energy though, because it does mean that you are going to probably have to put in some work and some effort here. And I think this is pushing through this person's insecurities as well too, to really come out and either get what they want or create what they want with the least resistance. So what I mean by that is probably that resistance that was stopping this connection in the first place, or maybe had gotten them to this place in the first place, if that makes sense. But now let's go ahead and see some oracles. We're also going to get some channeled messages here from this person and also some advice for you. But let's see, what else can you tell me about how this person feels about pile 1, Spirit? We have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. All right. How does this person feel? We have trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Trust coming in reverse here. This person could definitely deal with some sort of trust issues. We have forgiveness and we have freedom. Okay. Okay, so what I'm sensing here, bottom of the deck, we have discipline in reverse. Okay, so discipline is kind of like that 8 of Pentacles, like that discipline to create whatever it is that you want to, knowing that there may be obstacles, challenges, resistance as well too, but trying to overcome that is something that I see as a theme here. Now, I feel like trust is something that this person it has problems with, it deals with, whether or not their trust was broken in this connection or not, or I feel like a lot of this is just past. That's why their past could be connected, like their past outlook with this 5 of Cups and that 6 of Cups as well too could definitely be affected or projected onto this connection. And so the forgiveness card is coming out to say that I think this person really does have some things to deal with, like as well as like forgiving themselves, forgiving the past, forgiving you for what it, even I'm hearing like when it was kind of coming out, I was like forgiving like their parents or just forgiving their past relationships, past connections, in order to kind of have that freeing mindset and kind of that almost like that full energy, like where you, if you want to start like a connection, you know, this person and you probably would want to start like on a clean basis. And if this person is bringing in past energies, whether that's past energies from this connection or from quite literally their past, you know, it seems to be kind of clouding and fogging up their perception here. And so that could be why this person has trust issues, or that could be why this person may sometimes project these issues onto you. Even if you're not even doing anything, you know, it's sometimes it's hard for people to see truth because, you know, all they know is like one way of doing things or one way of being, or all they know is pain or whatever the case is here. You know what I'm saying? And I think with the health here as well too, what an important theme is for you and this person is really focusing on what is the healthiest way to go about this connection. Like if you want a healthy relationship, and I think that it's obviously coming out because this person does want a healthy, you know, probably a healthy, pure, good relationship that everyone kind of wants, but it just seems that there's some things kind of getting in the way, like those trust issues that need to forgive. And I feel like the forgiveness is really coming through as well too, as mostly a release, like, okay, I forgive this, or however the process is for this person, and then to let it go in order to have this freedom to start over, if that makes sense. So I think it's definitely something that this person wants, but I also am feeling that it could be somewhat of a challenge here. Like it's hard for this person to trust. It's hard for this person to forgive and stuff, but this person wants a healthy connection. They want that freedom as well too. It's just these little things, you know. And I like how it's like almost the same colors, like, but opposite almost, and because I think these definitely coincide together, like they definitely go together here. But yeah, so then it's like pushing through all of these things in order to come out on the other side and have what they want, which is this beautiful, you know, healthy connection. And I love how underneath that we have, oh my gosh, look at, yeah, we have all of this energetic pull towards you, because underneath that we have the Page of Wands, which is like that attraction, that, you know, excitement. And also the Page of Wands is a very like curiosity type of energy, like I want to see where this goes, let's you know, let's go this way, and then so the way of the 8 of Wands, like getting pulled that way. And I think this is a very much wanting to push forward, wanting to move forward. These are very much movement cards as well here too. And then now we have the King of Pentacles, which is facing this whole reading, you know, kind of, he's like kind of smiling over there, because this would be the end goal. This would be this person being a more stable figure in your life, and having what it is that they want, having that thing of value and being comfortable. Yeah, that's a big key. Of being comfortable and feeling safe in a connection is something that I think this person actually craves, but it's not the easiest thing. And I think a lot of us can honestly truly relate to that as well too. So speaking of that, let's go ahead and get some channeled messages and see what's on this person's mind when it comes to you and how they feel. So what does this person want pile 1 to know, Spirit, about how they feel? Their thoughts and feelings towards them. I'm confused about how I feel and what I want. We were kind of seeing that. We said that with the Two of Swords. We were like, yeah, this person seems to be a little confused, a little stuck. Those illusions, that was, I think, quite literally the first thing we said too about when the Seven of Cups came with this Queen of Cups. It's like, yeah, this person's a little confused about how they're feeling and what's going on and what they want. And obviously that makes sense too, because when you have these trust issues and you have these things that you need to address and you need to forgive, it can cause a lot of confusion, because at one part of them, like how we were talking about, one part of them is like, I don't know, it's not looking good, guys, with this, you know, this Six of Cups and this Five of Cups. And then the other side is like, but I want this, but it could work, you know, I'm attracted here with this Empress, and I want to see where it goes. I want to keep working on this, you know. It's very much confused type of energy. And I think that's why I was so drawn to this picture that fits so perfectly, of like this person like, well, what do I do? Which one do I choose? Okay, so let's see. Any other channel messages here for pile 1 about how this person is feeling? What else can we tell pile 1, please, about this person's thoughts and feelings towards them, towards the connection? What else do we got here? You make me so proud. I love that when that comes out, because that's just, I feel like that's something that everyone wants to hear, everyone needs to hear, is that, you know, that someone else is proud of them. So this is definitely, I feel as though, you know, if you've been like doing what you need to do, you know, like if you've been like working well, I'm kind of saying that because the Eight of Pentacles as well too, like, you know, you've just been like on your game. Or even if you don't feel like that, maybe you look like that to this person, like you've just been taking care of business, taking care of yourself, whatever the case is, this person is coming through, and they're like, yeah, like I'm really proud of you. And also, if you've known this person for a long time, the amount of growth that you've had from probably when you first met this person to now is probably one of the reasons why, you know, you're making them very proud as well too. And even if this person doesn't feel like this, which I think for most of you they do, because it's coming out, but this could definitely be their higher self, you know, like coming through and saying like, you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. Yeah, I'm actually kind of getting more confirmation on that by Spirit, but yeah, like you're doing what you need to be doing, and you know, you're making us proud by you developing yourself, working on yourself, doing what you need to do, whether that's standing up for yourself, whether that's not allowing certain behaviors, certain things to continue on, breaking cycles as well too, because we do have the World here as well, like breaking a cycle and doing you, like you're definitely making yourself, Spirit, and this person proud, like your higher self, I mean. And you should be proud of yourself. Wherever you're at on your journey, you should be proud of yourself, regardless. So kind of be easy on yourself if that's something that you were like, maybe like in your head, you're like, well, I could be doing this, or I should be doing this, or whatever. Yeah, just scratch that. You should be really proud of yourself. The one thing I want to tell you is that regardless of like where you're at on your journey or where you feel like you should be, life is freaking hard, and life has a lot of challenges for all of us, you know. And so you just being here and overcoming, whether it's the smallest challenges, the biggest challenges, whatever the case is, like you should be proud of yourself. So if you haven't told yourself that in a long time, you should. Okay, so the other one we have is, where did you even come from? Came out of left field and made this person feel things and be confused and want things, but also having to push through their own fears and insecurities and stuff. Okay, so we have, I want to make it official. Did you put a spell on me? These two go hand in hand, if I can be quite honest. I feel as though this is like, oh, this person like really coming through and saying like, wow, I did not expect to feel these things the way as intensely and as much, and maybe this desire as well too. I didn't expect to feel this desire as much as I am, you know. And so with that being said, this person's like, what is going on here? Because I'm not used to this and this is crazy. So first of all, where did you even come from? Like like I was trying to, I was hearing a lyric from a certain song. What is the song? Oh, the song is Alkaline by Sleep Token. And it goes, it's this one lyric and now I can't think of it. It's like, either she was born in hell or heaven sent, but either way, I'm into it. Like, and I think that's very fitting actually for this person's like feelings and like that like kind of confusion of like, what are your intentions? Are you gonna hurt me? Is this gonna end horribly, or is this gonna be everything that I've ever wanted, you know? And so this person's like, I think they do want to take it to the next level here with you, I want to make it official and stuff. Obviously if this person isn't like saying anything, because with that Two of Swords, this person isn't coming out, for the most part this person may not be coming out and completely addressing this, or for some of you if they are, that's different, and this could just be like, again, like what they want, but then that confusion in their head. But my point to this was like, don't, you know, even though these readings usually are very accurate and it goes with like how this person feels, you know, it's still very important for you to always act upon their actions, because regardless of like, I know it's not always black and white, you know, when it comes to situations like this. That's why these readings are always like really interesting and stuff. But for the most part, you know, and I think a lot of you are on this level anyways, but it's like, you know, you're not going to take breadcrumbs, or you're not going to assume how people feel, or, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, even sometimes project your wants and desires on other people. Like, always go with what they show you and act accordingly by you being worthy of whatever it is that you feel you're worthy of in a relationship. And that would be like the type of relationship you want, the type of actions you want, and things like that is all I'm really saying. But because this person could want these things, you know, this person could definitely, well, this person does like want these things. This person is definitely like into you as well too. But you also deserve someone that's able to overcome these things and tell you how they feel and act accordingly and give you what it is that you feel you deserve to at the same time, you know. And I know, especially like us intuitive people, it's really hard to kind of separate from like that, because we feel what other people are feeling, or we can tell that someone else is feeling like that. So it's really important as well, for whatever reason I feel very compelled to, you know, remind this pile to go off this person's actions as well as you know, other things too. But oh my gosh, right when I said that as well too, this is like clarifying that, when I was like, okay, like if this person, yeah, like this is all fine and dandy, but if this person isn't telling you anything, then that's still like, what the hell? And then so this person like came through to clarify. I wanted to reach out, but I kept stopping myself. They're like, well, after I just said all that, they're like, well, I wanted to, but and what I want to tell them is, that's still not good enough. You know, if that's what you want, then you have to go for it. Ooh, we have, I want to look good for you. Ooh, this person could be a little bit insecure about their looks as well too, for you, or at least they want to like be their best self. So with that health as well too, this person could like be working on their health behind the scenes. And oh my gosh, that kind of makes sense too, because sometimes people do that. Like, they're like, if you know, they're like, oh, I can't hang out with you until I lose like 5 pounds or 10 pounds. And I'm laughing because that's so relatable, but it's not realistic as well too. And also, you know, you want someone that's going to accept you however you look and however you are as well too. But I think that could be something, maybe that's a specific message for some of you too. Like, because I'm hearing some of you are like, well, this person's in really good shape, like they wouldn't worry about it. But that doesn't mean that they still don't want to like not look good for you. That's like a specific message that there could be some people that are like holding back because of that. I can't even make this up. At the bottom of the deck, it's I'm insecure about my looks. Alrighty. So yeah, this person is coming through and clarifying a lot of this information. Like, that was so funny because I was like, they need to reach out to you. And then it comes out like I wanted to reach out, but I kept stopping myself. Okay. And then I was like, well, they may be insecure, about this, and that could be stopping them. And they're like, yeah, I'm insecure about their look. So this person is definitely, their energy is like very kind of straightforward, but only straightforward in this type of way, because I feel like they need to be more straightforward with you. And that could be something, that's hard to be vulnerable about too. Like, if someone is insecure about the way that they are, the way that they look, like, especially if this is someone that, you haven't met in person yet for whatever reason, like if this is someone, like, for example, like you only know online, then I think that does kind of bring out insecurities. Like, of course, they want to look just as good as their pictures, or they want to be everything that you imagined as well too. That I can see that, but also I feel like this person needs to kind of get it together, like, or figure it out before, it's too late. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get some advice for you. So what advice, Spirit, do we have here for pile 1 about this situation? Ooh, we have self-acceptance. You are so much more with the birds of paradise. And we also have breathe, calm, rest, stop, and just be. I love that. So we're going to get a couple, or maybe like 1 tarot card or 2 tarot cards as well from this deck. And then we'll talk about your advice. So what advice do we have here for pile 1, please? Okay, so we have the 7 of Swords, which is I take great care of what I value. And I feel like the 7 of Swords is a lot about trusting yourself and trusting how you feel. Okay. And then we have Death, which is I let go and I embrace new beginnings. Interesting. Okay, so this self-acceptance, which is you are so much more. I think this is about you recognizing that you are worth so much more than maybe what you put up with in the past. And I think you're realizing that as well too. But for some reason, I'm hearing that, you're still not seeing the value that you bring to other people's lives, and and how you affect other people, and how some other people even see you as well too, which that's not always the most important thing. It's not always about how other people see you. It's the most important thing is about how you see yourself. But I think in this case that's coming up because it's like, if you could only see how other people see you, you know what I'm saying, you would never probably question your worth as well too. And if you could see, maybe beyond your only perception right now, you would see like how much of a value you are to people in their lives, and like you're just truly a blessing. And I think it's very important for you to realize that, because when you know that you are the prize, when you know that you're going to bring so much light and affect someone's life in such an amazing way, and and be so giving and caring and loving, and that you are just such an enhancement, you're not going to want to enhance people that aren't worthy and don't deserve it. And I think this is probably beyond this connection, and this maybe goes for every other thing in your life too, because that's usually how lessons work as well too, or things that we're trying to see. It's usually apparent in like multiple things at one time. So like you could be kind of going through something similar maybe with your job, or you could be going through something similar obviously with this connection, or like your family, whatever the case is. This is like for all aspects of your life. And then I think I love this breathe, calm, rest, and stop, especially with this Death, because if there was some sort of ending here, we kind of did see that for most of you with that Six of Cups. Yeah, 6 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. Kind of this person grieving or feeling some sort of loss here as well too. I know for a lot of us, there's a want to kind of like stop that. Like it doesn't feel right, or it doesn't feel like it should be that way. There's something we need to do, or there has to be something we can do to fix this, to bridge this gap. And I think Spirit's coming through to say right now that there's nothing else you need to do. You need to let things be. allow things to happen the way that they're supposed to happen, and, you know, take some of those burdens and take some of that weight off your shoulders of trying to control, and just know that things are working out for you the way that they're supposed to work out. You made the choices that you made for a specific reason. You did what you had to do for a specific reason. And so to remember that, and to just allow yourself to rest, whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever the case is, and just trust in it that things are going to be okay. And trust in your decisions with this Seven of Swords as well too. Trust in your decisions, trust in your knowing, trust in whether that's in your faith or whatever it is that you put your trust into. Just know that it's going to be okay. And that right now you may not need to do anything or make any moves, and that could also be very uncomfortable for you. And so at times, you know, when we are feeling like that, maybe that's time as well too to kind of go within and say why you're feeling this way, or maybe to be your own best friend and to console you as well too, and give yourself that self-love and self-acceptance as well. Is really important as well. Like, I'm always a big believer in literally radical self-acceptance, because that has helped me completely. And what I mean by radical self-acceptance is everything. The good, the bad, the ugly, the things that oh my gosh, like the deepest, darkest parts of you, to still accept and love those things is the most heartwarming, like, self-love act you could ever do. Because a lot of the times we're looking for love with other people, but really we kind of just want it from ourselves, or we want you know, sometimes our like inner child or our inner being is so afraid of making the wrong mistakes or making the wrong choices, because we feel like we're not going to still love ourselves. So like, if you were to just sit with yourself and say, even if you screw up, or even if you are like this, or even if you do this, you know, whatever, regardless, you could do this, I still love you anyways, is such a powerful, it's almost like a powerful mantra as well too. I'm already kind of feeling it as I'm doing that too, you know. It's like, even if this goes horribly, or even if you somehow mess this up, I still love and I still accept you, is crazy, guys. It feels so good. So give it a try, or whatever you feel like you need to do. But I think right now it's like, just let things be for the most part, and you're gonna be okay. And I love you, and just know that you're doing a great job. You should be very proud of yourself, because Spirit's very proud of you. I'm proud of you. Give you a round of applause and pat on your back. And then we're going to leave this reading here. So thank you so much, Pile 1, if you stayed till the end. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel, so you never miss another reading. Thank you to everyone who likes, comments, shares, or just supports this channel in any way. I'm so grateful for you, and I can't wait to read for you guys again in the next reading. Bye! Hi, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this agate heart, or if you chose the Threads of Fate tarot, either way, welcome. This is your reading. So today we are asking about that person on your mind's thoughts and feelings towards you, and the connection. That was a horrible shuffle, so we're going to try that one more time. And I'm going to ask Spirit here to please tune me in to my Pile 1. Oh, not my Pile 1. Oh, so sorry. I just got done with Pile 1, so sorry. To my Pile 2's situation. And if you could please show me in Pile 2 how this person on their mind is currently feeling about them, as well as anything else that they may need to know at this time, please. Thank you so much. Okay. So how is this person feeling about Pile 2, please? Spirit, what are their current thoughts and feelings towards Pile 2? And anything else Pile 2 may need to know about them in this situation at this time? Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles along with the Five of Pentacles. Okay. How is this person feeling? We have the Two of Pentacles. So we have a lot of earth energy coming out already right off the bat. So Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. I don't know why I was going to say Scorpio, if that's relevant, but that's coming out of nowhere. How is this person feeling about Pile 2? I feel like that with the Five of Pentacles, this person is feeling a little bit insecure about this situation, to say the least. They could be feeling left out or abandoned. You could be like not talking to this person right now. And then we have the Four of Pentacles too, which means these are very opposite energies. The Four of Pentacles is like holding on to something that, you know, you find safe with. There's this form of security as well, and that could be them wanting to hold on to this connection and wanting to hold on to you, but also maybe like fears of abandonment getting in the way of that as well. Or that could just be something that they're working through right now, because I feel like with the Two of Pentacles coming through after this is kind of telling me that they either need to reprioritize they need to oh my god, they need to reprioritize you and this connection, or they want to be more of a priority here. And that's why we're actually going to clarify. So we're going to see why these cards are coming up, but it's definitely telling me that something kind of needs to change here in their eyes about this situation. So let's see. How is this person feeling about... Okay, so we have the Two of Swords coming out, which can be a bit of confusion as well too, which kind of makes sense for that really, like, you know how I was saying those are really conflicting or polar opposite types of energies here. So let's go ahead and see, why is this Four of Pentacles here? We have the Nine of Cups, and we also have the Ace of Cups. Okay, and then why is the Five of Pentacles here, please, Spirit? What can you tell us about this Five of Pentacles? Okay, so we have the Four of Cups coming out as well too, which tells me that, you know, this person feels, I think right now, for whatever reason, if they were to like hit you up, or they were to message you, or they were to tell you what they want, that they would definitely be ignored right now, whether that's due to, for, you know, on your end, if that's for good reason, or if this is possibly even for no reason at all. They feel like they would be kind of rejected here. And I think this is stopping them from probably expressing themselves as well, because what they are holding on to and what it is that they do want here with this Four of Pentacles is, you know, this, I think, you know, a new beginning here with you, or at least to present some sort of love offer. If this is a person that you don't have a past with, I could see this as going either ways, to be honest. But for the most part, the Ace of Cups usually kind of can come as a love offer, or just a beginning of a relationship, you know, kind of a start to something romantic, something that can potentially blossom and bloom, because it is an ace. But it also is something that could be emotionally fulfilling here with the Nine of Cups. So something that could possibly lead to this Nine of Cups is what it is that they want here with you. But yeah, they're really scared of rejection here with this Five of Pentacles. And this Four of Cups, like I said before, this could just be their own insecurities, or this could be for some of you because there's a reason why you would do this. You know, I feel like if that's the case, then obviously it would probably be because some things happened or some things were said. But now I'm very interested now to see the Two of Pentacles, with what this one's really about. So why is this Two of Pentacles here? What can you tell us about this Two of Pentacles here, Spirit? Okay, so we have the Seeker of Swords, which I believe the Seeker is the Page. Oh yeah, that's correct, because the Conqueror is the Knights in this deck. So this is the Page of Swords. So interesting. So with this Two of Pentacles, I feel like almost, if I can be quite honest, guys, this person kind of wants to, it's almost as if they're trying to learn more about you, and maybe about what you're doing, and maybe like how they can be more a bigger priority in your life. And also, like I said, they probably want to reprioritize you as well too. This is also something that they have learned. But with the Page of Swords coming out, I feel like this is more of like an interested as well in some sort of communication here too. And I think this has a lot to do with maybe wanting to see where your head's at, or how you feel almost first, before they kind of jump the gun and you know, put themselves in a position where they could possibly be rejected and hurt here. And so they're kind of like, all right, well, what are your priorities right now? What are you looking at? What do you want? like, I want to know that before I'm like kind of make a fool of myself, or if I express myself to you and you're not on that same page at all, I'm gonna feel really stupid, I'm gonna feel hurt, you know what I'm saying? This is definitely that type of energy. Also, when the Page of Swords comes out as well too, this could be this person definitely looking at your social media, trying to kind of maybe piece some things together themselves as well without having to ask as well, because the Page of Swords is kind of like an underdeveloped communicator. Like, it's like, okay, I want to say this, but I don't know how, and all of this kind of stuff. But for the most part, it's really like trying to learn what you got going on. What are you doing? Like, where's your head at? What's pile 1 want from me? Do they care? Would they make me feel like crap? Would they just completely ignore my message, my offer as well, and I would just feel like unseen? Because I do think that this person, for some reason, feels a little bit insecure when it comes to you, for the most part. And this could be because they find you, whether they find you very attractive, or they almost put you on some sort of pedestal here, where they may think at some point in time they're not good enough for you. And like I said, this could be due to either past actions or just their own insecurities, depending on the situation that you have with this person. So now let's see why we have this Two of Swords. So because of all of this, the Two of Swords is out here, which is kind of like a stalemate. That's like, I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything. But that doesn't mean that they're not thinking about it. That doesn't mean that they're still kind of like not, you know, trying to figure something out. It's just they don't know what to do about it. So let's see. What else can you tell us about this Two of Swords here, please? It's Two of Swords here. About how they're feeling. I heard that this person's like, I don't know how I should feel. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have a lot of cards coming out. Oh, so we have Judgment. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Five of Swords. That's interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. So this is about maybe not wanting to give too much of themselves, show too much of themselves with the Six of Pentacles, because the Two of Swords, I feel like definitely with this Wheel of Fortune and this Five of Swords, right now they're feeling like the universe is not on their side when it comes to this connection. They could be feeling a little bit down about this connection as well. With this Five of Swords, there could have been some sort of argument here. For some of you, there could have been something that had caused this. And with this Judgment here, it's almost like, yeah, this is like either reaping what you sow, or it's almost as if there's obviously some fears of being judged. That was adamant as well too. And this is also, I feel, an energy of like with this Two of Swords. So if it was just the Two of Swords and Judgment, I would say this person is not trusting their own judgment, not trusting their own intuition as well. You know, that's definitely what that would mean to me. But also, I feel like with these two cards as well too, this could be like the Five of Swords as well. Could be like they're very back and forth in their head, because it's a mental card and it's kind of like a mental battle as well too. It's like they don't know. They're very confused, to say the least, about what to do. And I think this has a lot to do with them trusting their own judgment as well. Now, for some of you, I feel like this is that Judgment card is coming through as well too. It's kind of like the Judgment can come as like, okay, this happened because of choices that you made in the past. This is why you're here now, because of what you chose to do. And that's kind of why the Judgment is also known as like a wake-up call as well, or an answer to a call to action, because it's like if you don't like the results of what you got, you know, you have the potential to change that, or at least to change your route, or, you know, change your like way of doing things, if that makes sense. If that's how the person is perceiving it though, because that's not always the case. You know, sometimes we get a lot of judgment, like aha moments in our life that we kind of don't look at it that way, if that makes sense as well too. But for the most part, I feel like this person like not trusting their inner judgment about you and about what it is that they should do. And a lot of that has to do with them either reaching out with the Six of Pentacles, or like being afraid to overexert themselves, or being afraid to give too much because of their own insecurities and their own fears and possibly being hurt as well too. But I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune here as well, it's like almost that could be an energy too of like maybe wanting to wait for the right opportunity, feeling like maybe when the time is right or when you feel like it or whatever. But also with this Wheel of Fortune, I think this is a very fated energy for this person, and probably for you too, because the Wheel of Fortune does represent fate. It also represents luck, and I think that's kind of what this person is feeling too, like maybe like luck isn't on my side, or I have never been lucky in connections, I've never been lucky in relationships in this way, so you know, why now, and stuff like that as well too. But this is kind of like, and then also the Wheel of Fortune comes out as well when we kind of feel like things are out of our control. And so maybe that's like what this person is feeling too, especially with that Judgment type of energy and like these things happening and coming up. It's like, okay, I don't have control over this anymore. I don't know what to do. I don't have control over how pile 2 sees me. I think maybe for some of you, this person wanted to have this certain perception of them, and that could have been shattered for some of you. And now they're like, oh, okay, well, you know, pile 2 is not seeing me in the way that I want. I don't know what to do. Now it's kind of like up to you. And I think that makes them feel uncomfortable as well too. Very interesting today, guys. We also have a lot of cards, so I'm just gonna leave those over there. Now let's go ahead and get some oracles. So we're gonna be getting the oracles to further explain or clarify a little bit more about how this person is feeling towards you and towards this connection, and then we're gonna be doing some channeled messages from this person about how they're feeling or what they want you to know right now, and also some advice for you about the situation too. So that's the lineup. So Spirit, what can you tell me about how this person is feeling about pile 2? Anything else? Ooh, we have pride. Yeah. This is a prideful energy for sure, of like not wanting to exert too much, being a little bit too prideful, and showing a little bit too much care, showing too much emotion because of like that fear of rejection and fear of getting hurt. So now they're being really prideful and not really kind of stepping out of their comfort zone right now as well too, because that makes sense too, because the 4 of Pentacles can represent staying in your comfort zone. And then but the fact that we have that 9 of Cups and that Ace of Cups is like their comfort zone could be blocking them from this connection. Their comfort zone could be blocking them from this emotional fulfillment as well too, or at least the chance to, you know, get it. It's like I'm hearing that quote of like, you miss 100% of the chances you don't take, you know. It's like, but you know, for some reason I'm also having some sort of like empathy for this situation too, because I know how hard it can be to really want to put yourself out there on the line. But regardless, that's something that is needed to be overcome regardless. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we all need to learn to step out of our comfort zone to go after the things that we want. If you want a better life, if you want a better relationship, even if this, for some of you, even if this is like an apology or something, and even if you're thinking right now like, well, I would never accept that apology, it's like, regardless, at least this person like would try to apologize and then get rejected, but then they would be like, well, at least I tried. But they don't seem to have that attitude right now. They seem to be like still in their ego and be like, okay, well, if I get rejected, I'm gonna be hurt and I'm gonna look stupid, and pile 2 is gonna have the upper hand, and all of that stuff. That's kind of like what I'm getting with this pride, and it's a little immature to say the least. Very Page of Swords, to say the least. Immature. Okay, so now let's see. I want to get a couple more cards here. We have relationships. I am attracted to those who serve my higher good, which means that this coming out is that this person, you know, can see themselves in a relationship with you. They are attracted to you. They do feel drawn to you. You know, it's just that I don't even need to say it. All the things that we were talking about seem to be getting in the way. We'll just call it pride for right now, since that pride card's already right there. But yeah, I'm attracted to people who serve my higher good. And you know what's crazy too is that like you making this person feel like they need to get out of their comfort zone, whether that's this person needs to change, making them feel like they need to change in any way, shape, or form, making them feel like they need to get out of their comfort zone and push through, you know, and do what it is that they need to do, means that you are someone that serves their higher good, because that would be something that is pushing them to grow or pushing them to kind of let go of this ego, let go of this pride. So I think that's exactly what okay, we'll just take that as confirmation as well too. But I think that's exactly like what this is kind of doing right now. It's like you're really, yeah, because right when I looked at the clock, I saw 1616, which is the number of the tower, which is like that uncomfortability, but it's also radical change as well too, dramatic changes as well too. So you could be unknowingly or knowingly assisting this person's growth and this higher good, regardless of, even if you're like, that's crazy, because you know, because I wouldn't think that. Okay, and then the next card we have about how they feel is happy family with the number 4. Yeah, I'm really drawn to the 4 energy that we have here too. So the 4s represent stability in a lot of cases as well too, as balance. And I think this is something that they can see themselves with. We did have that 9 of Cups energy of that emotional fulfillment, and so they are attracted to you. They do think that, you know, you guys can grow together and have this like this beautiful emotional fulfillment regardless of everything. And this is, and I'm hearing this is what they want, this is what they desire, or this is how they can see themselves with you. But of course, when you, of course, you know, to most relationships, most people, even individuals as well too, whether this would be like a job or a career, so going after something, when you do have something like this, or you do set your sights high on something like this, of course, all of those insecurities, all of that resistance, and all of those things are just going to naturally come up as well too, for you to kind of deal with and push through regardless. So for the most part, this person has a very positive outlook when it comes to like you and what you can offer this person. And I think that's that energy too of like what I was, when I was reading this energy and I was saying that this person may put you on a pedestal or put you up high, is because they see you as someone that is high, like as in like, you know, can fulfill them, can be what they need and all of that stuff too. Okay. Yeah, so at the bottom of the deck we have cornucopia. And we have the temple path, but we have cornucopia in reverse, which means it kind of is coming at a block right now, but this is the, you know, potential abundance of this connection and like what it could be and all of that stuff too. And it's crazy because I was kind of here, like when I was like explaining what I was explaining right now, I was almost gonna say like the Empress, and the Empress is known to be very abundant. She usually has like a bunch of fruits and things next to her as well too. So that's interesting that that comes up after. But now let's go ahead and get to the channeled messages and see what this person wants you to know about how they're feeling. So Spirit, can you tell us about, or let us know here about how how this person is feeling about pile 2 and what they need to know right now at this time. Thank you. That's like 30 cards. We're not doing that. So how does this person, what would they like pile 2 to know? What would they like to say to pile 2? I'm confused about how I feel and what I want. Yeah, that 2 of Swords, this person is definitely confused. And I think it has to do, again, with them trusting their own inner judgment, not knowing if they can make the correct choices for them, or if they're kind of being tricked here or bamboozled about like this connection, like if it's all gonna go bad, you know what I'm saying? Interesting. I want to have your babies. Oh, with that happy family too. Yeah, this person can, okay, this is a both energy of like this person being very sexually attracted to you, and also this person feeling like you could be a good mother or father to you know, their children or future children as well too. But I'm also feeling like, yeah, this person can see like them having a family with you and developing and growing with you, but also that's just, you know, I'm very sexually attracted to you. I want to do the act of like making babies. You know what you got to do before you get the babies. Okay, so what else does this person want pile 2 to know? I'm still in my player ways. Interesting. That could be that changes that needs to happen as well too. And I'm also hearing as well too with this, I'm still in my player ways. This person, obviously that could go because that's just how this person is, or like kind of how they've been. But I'm hearing as well too, it may take a lot for this person to just commit fully to one and only person, because to them that could be very scary. To them that can seem like something that's so foreign, like to not have any safe options, or you know, to kind of to like be 100% vulnerable with you, and to like literally to let go of all of the other ways. Because with this pride, I am constantly getting an energy of like, oh, they don't want you to have the upper hand. So if they were to like let go of like everything and just be 100% devoted to you, to them that's like leaving them in a very vulnerable spot where they could just look really stupid. And I keep saying they could look really stupid because that's something that they're really afraid of, and that's something that they're obviously still having to deal with, and that's something that's not your problem at all, because that's 100% ego. Because obviously you deserve somebody who is always going to put their ego to the side and want to work with you the same way that you want to work with them, you know, and have an even give and take, and not have anyone feel like they have to protect themselves because they don't want to look dumb or they don't want to look silly. Like, that's just so immature to me, for whatever reason. And I think that's why I was getting that immaturity when it comes to that Page of Swords too. Like, maybe this person is still kind of trying to develop these things as well, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's go ahead and see any other channel messages. So we have, I know I messed up big time. We also have, I don't want to fight anymore. And then they have, if you never want to talk to me again, I'll understand. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have, I see you in my dreams all the time. And then underneath that, we have, I'm sorry I hurt you. Okay, yeah, so that judgment for most of you was definitely something that this person had done. And this is like, you know, that confusion of trusting their own judgment as well too, is like, I think what I was explaining about the Judgment card of like, okay, the ways of you doing something, you have this aha moment to either change or to not, seems to be very significant to these channel messages and kind of what has happened. And I think this person has been in a certain type of energy, a certain maybe single or single acting, whatever the case is, for a long time, that it's very foreign for them to just change. But they kind of do need to get their priorities straight, and they do need to put their pride to the side and you know, decide to either be that person that you need them to be or not. But regardless, I know you're not gonna sit here and wait around for somebody to change, because obviously, you know, pile 2, we don't do that. But I can see how it's very frustrating, because this person has these wants and has these desires, but they're like too immature at times, or too afraid to like let go of the old past ways and to actually fully embrace this. And it's definitely a lot of ego as well, definitely, when it comes to this. But I think, you know, it's adamant that you deserve a lot more, for sure. And whether this person is able to give that to you, it's unclear, it's unsure. But even if I can be brutally honest for a second, even the fact that, you know, even if they know that they messed up, but they're too afraid to come forward because they feel like you're going to reject them anyways, even though that may be deserved, that's still not fair to you. It's like, it kind of just shows a little bit where this person's priorities are and where this person's head's at. And you're worthy of somebody looking stupid, okay, or taking the chance of looking stupid. You're worthy of somebody putting all their effort and everything into you, you know, regardless, again, if that's gonna hurt them or make them look stupid again. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's not fair to you, and I don't like that. Sorry if I was getting in these rants, and I don't mean to bash this other person in any way, shape, or form. That's never what I want to do, but I always do want to give you the most honest, you know, love advice / reading as possible. And this is just what I see here. And I always tend to maybe I tend to get a little bit too protective over my pile's energies, especially when I'm sensing some other things that are kind of frustrating for me, you know, to have to witness. Like, if I was your best friend, or if I was your friend, I would not stand by and let this person do this. Like, I would, you don't want to know what I would do, but you know what I'm saying? I would still be by your side, giving you the same advice that I'm giving you now. Like, I would be like, look, you're so much more worthy than probably anything, like anyone you know, that has ever tried to step to you, you know, in your entire life. And like, I would just be wanting to hype you up and wanting you to see how amazing you are and how much you truly have to offer when it comes to to connections like these. And this is, you know, I don't know if you were drawn to pile one in any way, but I'm kind of getting almost a similar energy here as well too. It's interesting. But on that note, guys, let's go ahead and get you some advice for this this reading, because, you know, what do I know, right? But let's go ahead and see, Spirit, what advice do you want pile 2 to know right now about the situation, or maybe just anything they need to hear right now at this time? What advice do we have here? Ooh, we have the Mexican marigold with renew. It's time to begin again, stronger and better. And then we have tiger lily with security, which is choose the safe harbor. Oops. Sorry, I can't read apparently. Choose the safe harbor for now. You know, I was gonna say hibernation as well too. So maybe that could be like significant. You know, like maybe it's time for you to kind of separate yourself from other people or things right now and kind of just be in your own energy, protect your time, protect your resources, whatever that is, again, until you feel renewed enough to, you know, step out, because I feel like this renewal is like, you know, regaining some strength and regaining some wisdom as well too, and just overcoming whatever it is that you're feeling right now or whatever it is that you're going through, and being just better, stronger. And that could indicate maybe some rest as well that's needed. Oh, I love this one. I don't know how to say that. Agapanthus? I'm just going to say that, and sorry if I butchered that name, but it's words of love. Speak with your heart. Oh, this is so sweet as well too. This is about you being really kind to yourself as well too. And, you know, I think this is about you and like how you're talking, maybe like your inner monologue as well too. Maybe being more aware of that, being nicer to yourself as well too, and just more compassionate altogether. But I wanted to get some of these cards to clarify more. So what is some advice here that we have? Oh, we have death, which is crazy because you guys still got the same, almost the same advice cards. Oh, we have the 2 of Pentacles coming out again, which is I calmly make the best possible decision. And for some reason, emphasis on calmly, because when we're very emotional or we feel like we need to make a choice right now and we're rushed and things like that, that's usually the worst time to make a decision. Okay, so we didn't get all the same cards, but you got one of the same cards, which is the death card, which is I let go and embrace new beginnings, which is very much of this renewal energy of time to begin again, stronger and better. You know, kind of letting go of the old things that were weighing you down, or, you know, just anything. I think there's a big sense of renewal, like it says, about the energy of this reading, and you may not be able to feel it just yet, but you will really soon. It is coming, and you are going to be feeling a lot better, not only stronger, but I feel like a lot lighter as well too. It's almost as if like this cleansing, I'm picturing like the floodgates kind of opening on somebody, and it's like cleansing. It could be very uncomfortable at first, of course, and maybe it could seem like almost like a disaster, but what it's doing is it's washing away a lot of things that are holding you down, and you know, and it's cleansing you. So when it's done, you're going to feel a lot better, a lot cleaner, and a lot lighter as well too. And then we have the King of Swords, which is I trust my ability to make a strategic decision. This is definitely kind of exactly what we were talking about with that 2 of Pentacles, that, you know, being calm in the right state of mind when making the best possible decisions for yourself as possible. And to remember, for some of you as well, if you had made certain choices, like in regards to this connection, about like maybe stepping away or choosing to choose yourself over what someone else says and doesn't do, and all of that kind of stuff as well too, you know, it's important for you to remember the reasons why you made those decisions as well too, and that they were actually in your best and highest good. And I say that because a lot of the times when we pull away from things, and we're not feeling our best, you know, in certain situations. The decisions that we once knew or once thought that were good for us don't feel like they're good for us. It doesn't feel like we did the right thing because we feel bad, or we feel like we want something else, or it just hurts and things like that. And I feel like this King of Swords is telling you to kind of see through that as much as possible and see the truth in your decisions and why you did the things that you did. And it doesn't, you're not going to feel this way forever, for sure. And especially with, I like in this Death card, it says, I let go and embrace new beginnings, because every ending is a new beginning, regardless of how it looks, or even regardless of how it feels. So, you know, you are going to begin again. This isn't going to define you forever, and you're not going to be able to, and I feel like I almost want to, like, I'm getting drawn to almost talking to you like in a future energy. And what I mean by that is that your future self is kind of coming through and saying to kind of pull through with the decisions and choices that you're making, because you're going to be in such a better place in the future. And I don't think that you're able to quite see that clearly yet, because you're still going through things, and that's perfectly normal and perfectly fine. That's exactly, I think, what's supposed to happen here as well, which is probably why, you know, you're hearing this right now in the advice. But to kind of keep trusting yourself and those decisions, because you are leading yourself to a much better place as well. And be kind. Hi guys, so sorry about that little glitch. As I'm filming this, we are currently in a Mercury retrograde, so I honestly wouldn't expect anything else from this reading. So all I was saying was pretty much, you know, with this words of love and to speak your heart, was you may be also being a little bit too hard on yourself at times. So try to be kind to yourself and be easier on yourself, especially when it comes to making tough decisions and going through certain things that aren't the hardest, or I'm sorry, that aren't the easiest to go through. It's, you know, necessary that we're at least nice to ourselves, even if it feels like the world's not being nice to us right now, or you know, whatever the case is. So I really want you to be kinder, sweeter to yourself, talk a little bit sweeter to yourself, and because you deserve it. You deserve so much love. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so that's pretty much the end here. Thank you so much if you stayed till the end. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already to the channel, so you never miss another reading. Thank you so much for anyone who likes, comments, shares, supports the channel in any way, shape, or form. I just can't thank you enough, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you. And I can't wait to read for you guys in the next pick a card. So I'll see you then. Bye! Hi Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this Chakra Selenite Tower, or if you chose the Pulp Tarot, then these are your messages. So this is the only pile I got a channeled song from, but when I was shuffling everything and kind of getting it ready and set up, I had that specific part in Bad Romance by Lady Gaga, the one where she's like, I want your love and I want your revenge. I want your love. I don't want to be friends. And that came through pretty strong. So that could definitely be significant to this reading. But let's go ahead and get into it. Today we are asking about that person on your mind's current feelings for you at the time that you were coming across this reading. So I'm going to ask here. I'm going to ask Spirit to please tune me into my Pile 3 situation, as well as tune me into how this person is feeling about them and anything else that they may need to know about this situation at this time. I'm going to allow that to come up as well too. So thank you, and let's get into it. How is this person feeling about Pile 3? How are they feeling about Pile 3, Spirit? What can you tell us? Yeah, that's playing in my head again. I'm like, I was literally about to start singing. I want your love and I want your revenge. I don't want to be friends. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords. So this person seems to be a little bit confused right now at this time, possibly about how they're feeling or what to do about this situation. So let's go ahead and see. How is this person feeling towards Pile 3? We have the Eight of Swords. Okay, and the Eight of Swords landed directly on top of the Two of Swords. So this person could definitely be overthinking right now to the point where it's caused them to literally be in this like analysis paralysis type of energy where they're not able to do anything. They feel very stuck. They feel like they don't have a way out of whatever this situation or however they're feeling. But the Eight of Swords is kind of coming through to say that this is self-inflicted, I meant to say self-inflicted, and that there probably is a way out. It's just they may not be seeing things clearly at this time. So let's see, how is this person feeling about pile 3? We have the King of Cups, we have the Star, oh, and we have the High Priestess, which I'm going to put the High Priestess to the side over here. Now I want to get a couple clarifiers just for these cards right here, and we will dive into it. So why is this Two of Swords here, please? What can you tell us about this Two of Swords here for pile 3? We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Cups coming right here as well too. Interesting. Why is the King of Cups here? The Nine of Cups. Oh, I love that. And why is the Star card here? We have the Six of Cups. Okay. Interesting. And with the High Priestess, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and start with this High Priestess card coming out right here. I kind of put it to the side because I feel like this person's intuition is really trying to guide them and try to push them towards this connection or towards making a decision or a choice of some sort. That I feel like there is a little bit resistance to that as well, though. And let's talk about why. So with this, the Eight of Swords here and the Two of Swords, I think there is some fears here about taking that next step in developing this connection here. So whether that this Ace of Cups is coming through as a love offer, this Ace of Pentacles could be coming through as just an opportunity, taking some sort of opportunity and rolling with it and kind of seeing where this connection goes. Because I do see that, you know, this person looks at you as someone that can potentially fulfill them emotionally. We have the Nine of Cups. This is about, you know, emotional fulfillment and your desires and your wishes. It is a card of wishes. But with this King of Cups here, pile 3, I feel like this person may be kind of keeping that to themselves. And what I mean by that is I feel like they're not letting their emotions lead the way. I think this person is the type of person to lead more with logic and analyze the situation first, which is probably the reason why they're in this analysis paralysis energy. They're over analyzing it. And I think this person wants to lead more with their head than their heart, and it's causing them some problems, or it's causing them some inner conflict here, okay? Because their intuition is trying to lead the way, and the intuition can be the heart or whatever you want to call it, but regardless, they're feeling intuitively pulled to you, but their mind is saying, that's dangerous. But it's not that they're saying no as in they don't want it, because I feel like this person is thinking of an opportunity here to address something to you, but they seem to be a little bit scared of their feelings, or at least maybe feelings in general here with this Ace of Cups and this Eight of Swords, okay? And I think they're used to not really letting their feelings show with this King of Cups, because it's like they're trying to still stay very reserved here, not let their feelings get the best of them. And then we have the Star card. So the Star card is all about hope, faith, and rejuvenation. So this is definitely regarding past energy, whether this is a past connection or this is just how they viewed things in the past. I feel like for the most part, this is like how they viewed relationships based on their past, and that's why we have the Star card, which is like the hope card and stuff. So maybe they're kind of a little bit fearful as well to get too hopeful because, you know, of past things that haven't worked out in their favor or whatever the case is. But that, again, it's not stopping that hope from wanting to come through. Like, it's almost like that's like a little light that's shining through here as well too. So it's very interesting. It's like they may base their future off their past, because a lot of the times our minds just naturally do that. I mean, when we think about it, we don't really have anything else to pull from for reference than the past, but that can also keep us kind of stuck and keep us safe, or keep us thinking that things aren't going to be what they're going to be, because we're assuming it's going to be a certain way, or we're assuming something's going to happen. And that's when our intuition kind of steps in. And our intuition isn't like our ego. It doesn't tell us what's going to happen every step of the way. It's just it's pulling us or pushing us towards something, and it's not going to reveal the next steps, or it's not going to tell us why until, you know, we actually either get there, or, you know, things like that. So for right now, I feel like this person is like feeling a bit stuck on what to do, whether that's what to do, what to say, like what opportunities to take, the next step. They're realizing that there's desire here, but they're like, almost, it's like they're almost feeling like I have to be strong, or I have to know some information first before I make these next moves, if that makes sense. And actually, speaking of that, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Page of Swords, which is all about wanting to know, like wanting to learn more about something, whether this is about you, or this is like, you know, watching your social media, trying to see what you're doing online, who you're talking to, if they're the only one, or whatever the case is. It's an interested energy where they want to know more. They're intrigued, to say the least, and intuitively drawn to. Intuitively attracted, I guess you could say that too. So let's get a little bit more information here with the oracle. So Spirit, how else is this person feeling about pile 3? What else can you tell us about their thoughts and feelings right now in regards to pile 3 here? Thank you. And we're also going to be doing some channeled messages as well as some advice for you too. Okay, so we have the Thinking Woman in reverse, which I think I might get a tarot card to clarify that one, because I just got like 3 different things with that. And we have indecision coming through again with the Two of Swords. Literally, that's exactly what it is. Not knowing what to do. So they're like, dang, this person is really confused. And I think a lot of this has to do with like, because, okay, so the first message with the Thinking Woman is like, they want to know what you're thinking. They want to know how you feel or what's going on. They may think that you don't even think about them at all. And that could definitely not be the case. And for some of you, I guess it doesn't matter what the genders is. This card could be coming out as well, because the thinking man or the thinking woman or whatever the case is, a lot of times when it comes out in reverse, it's again an overthinking, making this too difficult, making it more difficult than it is, adding more variables in this situation than it actually is, you know. And kind of, I think there needs to be almost like a release of this kind of overthinking and making it a more simple type of way. Like if I could tell this person to just like, okay, write down your feelings or whatever, but I'd be like, what do you want? How are you going to get there? What do you need to do about it? You know, it needs to be like a more organized, and that could actually be caused too by keeping a lot of these things in. And I think that's why that's the first thing that came out, was like, write down your feelings, you know, because when we hold a lot of these things in and we're not expressing them, they do tend to get way more confused or seem a lot more difficult than it actually is. Okay, so we have gratitude, which is, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Oh, so this person is really grateful for you, and, you know, grateful for, if you guys are friends, because we do have community here. They're grateful to be a part of your life or a part of your community, and grateful to just be your friend as well too. But we could hear from that channeled song that definitely this person wants to be more than friends. This could be someone that, you know, definitely wants to take this to the next level. But maybe one of the things that they're kind of overthinking is they don't want to ruin it. If that's the case for some of you, like if you guys aren't getting along very well, you know, maybe offering more of a relationship or something could be like what ruins it. As well as sometimes this community card can come for someone that is dating multiple different people as well too. So maybe let's clarify this too. But I love that gratitude is coming through, because regardless, I think one of the things that's stopping them is they don't want to lose you, because they are grateful for you. And then look, oh my gosh, guys, we have the Goddess of the Moon in reverse, which is not listening to your intuition. So we're going to set that right next to the High Priestess. But I want to get a card for this community. So why is this community card here as well too? Spirit. We have the Moon and we have the Devil. the Page of Pentacles at the bottom, okay, which is signifying, you know, needing growth or needing to grow, and also can be an uncomfortable thing as well too. Okay, so the Moon and the Devil coming out with community is definitely kind of what I was feeling, that it's saying that maybe this person still is in some player type of ways here, dating other people, talking to other people, and there's things that you don't 100%, I guess I shouldn't say 100%, because you seem to be very intuitive too, so, or you could know this already, so I don't want to just assume things, but there's things that I feel you may not know yet as well. If that's not the case, then this is this person's fear of finding something out, and maybe you being involved with other people as well too. I can definitely see that going both ways, and I can definitely actually see that being the same thing, you know, whether it's both for some of you, like they feel that way and also that's the case too, because sometimes those things go hand in hand as well too. But yeah, there's some like toxic cycles that this person is still kind of stuck in, some toxic ways with this Devil energy, and I think a lot of these are more subconscious here with this Moon as well too than this person even knows. And what I'm feeling with that is this may go a little bit deeper, or run a little bit deeper than just with this person, than just, oh, I just make better decisions, just let these people go. Like there's like subconscious reasons why this person does what they do, and it's gonna need a little bit more than just trying to make better choices, because maybe this person has tried to make better choices and it's failed as well. And also I think with this Devil energy, this person does have certain codependencies when it comes to maybe certain attentions that they get from other people as well here too. Interesting. I want to read now. Yeah, so I mean, what I'm mostly getting with this, guys, is that this person is really grateful to have you in their life. They have such a high appreciation for you that it's crazy. But there's other things that I think that they know that could cause them to lose you, that they're either trying to let go of, but they're not realizing, like how I said, like how deep those roots run in these certain habits and these certain things that they've been doing, which could also be like, you know, just feeding your ego with validation or getting attention, or maybe with the Devil coming through too, this person could literally at times, you know, have like addictions that are causing them to act certain ways, whether that's substance abuse, alcohol, or even like sex addictions as well too. That could be something that I'm seeing here as a possibility. And also with the Moon here too, I feel like there's also, because of this, or even if it's not because of that, there's a fear of the unknown and the fear of getting too attached, and also the fear of getting hurt, like by that happening to you. Or, I mean, wait, how do you say that? How am I trying to say that? By you doing that to them is what I meant to say. And with that being said, that happens, like I said, that's really common for people like that are in this type of energy, to see, you know, other people through that lens. Like sometimes people assume that everyone's like them, and like that they're gonna get hurt too, like that you're doing these things even though you may not be doing them at all, or even think about doing them, you know what I'm saying? It's still like something that probably crosses their mind as well too. Okay, before we get the channel messages, because I'm actually interested in this with that King of Cups too. Yeah, there is a need for this person to kind of develop some sort of emotional maturity as well too, and maybe not just, and also like not just give in to like their desires and stuff, because I feel like this person is holding back with the desires for you, but they have these other like subconscious desires that they're almost like a slave to in some sort of way. And I know, and I don't mean to like sound bad or anything like that, but I think it's like, I think it's a mix of like maybe, you know, obviously like development, or like, I think it goes a lot deeper than just a 30-minute reading, if I can be quite honest. But yeah, these are some issues that this person is definitely trying to break free from, for sure. Regardless, I think that they know that you are good for them though, and I really feel like, to sum it up, that they don't want to lose you because they know that you're probably a good person, and that you are good for them. And that's why we have this like ignoring their intuition, because their intuition is pulling you towards them, but they know that they have to kind of fix certain habits and fix certain behaviors in order to do that. Yeah, guys, like we have the goddess of the moon in reverse, which is the high priestess in this deck, and then we have doubt. And then we have the world in reverse, which it would be letting cycles end, ending certain patterns and cycles in order to begin another one, to begin a different one, and that a lack of surrender as well as that is coming through here too. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and get the channel messages, and then we'll see from there if I still want to clarify something with the tarot. But let's go ahead and see, because sometimes a lot of the stuff gets clarified here with the channel messages too. So what does this person want pile 3 to know? Or just what does pile 3 need to know as well too about how this person is feeling towards them? We have, I'm going through a lot right now. Okay. Oopsies, that is way too much. But we'll take the bottom one, which is I just want to cuddle with you. Oh, look at, okay, so under here we have I can't imagine myself with anyone else because you are what they want. And that's like that desire. But then we have I'm still in my player ways. Okay, so I lied. We are going to take these because they're making sense. Okay, so we have I'm still in my player ways, and we have I've never felt this strongly about anyone before. Uh-oh, I've caught feelings. Which I think these feelings and these emotions are triggering, it's triggering this person a lot, because it's triggering them to need to change, because they can't have their old ways of doing things, their old lifestyle of doing things, and you at the same time. And this is something, so they are getting, that's that 2 of Swords and that indecision. They are getting pulled in 2 different directions right now of like what they feel like they should go down and what they're used to. And it's almost as if like this person is in an energy of temptation as well too. Is something that this person struggles with tremendously. Temptation of falling back into old patterns, temptation of falling back into old cycles, and risking, you know, losing what it is that they really want, or what it is they really care about here. So we have, did you put a spell on me? I'm starting to believe in that twin flame stuff. And we have be my baby. Yeah, this person, especially with that gratitude here too, this person has a ridiculously soft spot for you, where I think you may have come into this person's life and just awaken them, or like for whatever reason, the only way that this person can feel something is through you, whether that's remorse or this love and things like that. And that is just as equally loving and equally scary to this person. Bottom of the deck, we have tell me you love me. Yeah, this person is going through a lot of changes. They imagine themselves with you, they want to be with you, but also they need to kick certain habits in the butt. They can't keep living life like I feel like it's almost this person's like whole lifestyle, if that makes sense. Like they can't keep living this certain lifestyle and expecting different results, or expecting things to work out on the other end. And I think this person is going through a lot of changes, you know, right now. And a lot of this had to do with you. Like I think you really came in and just stirred a lot of things up internally in this person, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's 100% what you were supposed to do here in this situation. Is I think this person, maybe if I can be quite honest, what I'm getting is that maybe in the past this person was kind of going through life with their heart chakra shut off. They were kind of just going for the next best thing, the next kick, the next thrill, you know, that next high, whatever it is that, you know, they're feeling, or they were chasing some kind of feeling or whatever. And now you kind of came into this person's life, and now they have these really strong loving feelings that have kind of opened this person's heart chakra. But with that, it's almost opened this Pandora box to like all of these things that this person needs to deal with, like all of these issues, also maybe the, you know, the consequences of their actions, and the consequences, you know, facing their past, facing this, and it's like, it seems to be a lot for this person, but it also seems to be 100% necessary for their growth and for their development as well too. Like they couldn't just keep living life the same way, and also when you find something so beautiful that you want to hold on to and want to take care of, you know, you need to learn how to take care of it as well too. And some of this could be, you know, in regards to loss, like losing you, or screwing this up, or, you know what I'm saying? It seems to be something that this person needed to see, like a huge kick in the ass for this person, and a huge wake up call is something that this person is really going through, because their intuition has been trying to lead them down the right path. Their intuition has been trying to tell them what's best for them, but they're still they were following that ego, they were following that desire, you know what I'm saying, in a lot of things that we don't even realize we do, like subconscious things, or it's a lot to unpack here, to say the least. But yeah, I feel like with this "did you put a spell on me," these are like this person's strong feelings, like why is this happening to me with this person, like why I've never felt this way about anyone else, so why now, you know, is it something else? Did this person try to put a spell on me? But really this person, it seems to be some sort of divine counterpart here. So I think with that could have been like the first initial, like, oh my gosh, they must have put a spell on me or something. But now they're like, okay, this is more than that. Like, I'm really starting to believe that we are connected and in a deeper way than this, because of how deep I feel for you, and honestly what it's caused this person to see and to do. It's just a tremendous amount of growth already. And it's like this person was in a runner energy, still maybe, you know, in a runner energy of like, this is too much, I gotta go. This is too much feelings for me, I gotta go. But with this coming through, saying like, I'm starting to believe in that twin flame stuff, they can run, but they can't run from themselves, and they can't run from their own minds, their own feelings, and their own thoughts. They can run from you, they can run from everyone else in their life, but it still feels like they're still having to face this regardless. And I think that's what's really good for this person right now, to be honest. But yeah, deep stuff, guys, deep stuff here. So let's get some advice for you now on this situation. So Spirit, what advice do we have for pile 3 in regards to this situation? Or I guess just at all. It could be in regards to just anything. Wow, that flew. Oh, so we have... I do not know how to say that. Agapanthus. I think that's... We're just going to go with that. The Agapanthus, words of love. Oops, excuse me. Speak with your heart. What advice do we have here for pile 3? We have the bluebell with gratitude. Be thankful for what is good now. And then at the bottom we have protection, which is conserve what you have, save a little. All right. And then I want to just pull a couple of these and we will talk about it. What advice do we have here for pile 3? We have the 6 of Swords. Ooh, we have the King of Wands. I was going to say, I saw the Queen of Wands. No, ooh, now it's the Empress, though. These are way too many cards. So we'll just take a look. It's the King of Wands. I am successful in all that I do. All right. So with all of these kind of together, let's see. I feel like with the 6 of Swords, this kind of like that protection, and also knowing that, you know, you're doing what you have to do and to protect your peace at this point in time now. And I think that does require you to make some sort of changes, but it also requires you to trust that these things that you're going through, that they're not going to last forever, and also that these decisions that you've made are leading you to a better a better place. Because sometimes when we make a certain decision, especially with that Six of Swords, the Six of Swords is a card of transitioning. So you are transitioning away from past energies, but you may still feel like they're constantly trying to bring you back, or there's something that's just, it won't go away, or you can't stop feeling this way, or whatever the case is. And that's, I want you to know that that's perfectly natural, and that's perfectly a part of the process as well too. So just because, you know, you're in a transition doesn't mean that everything happens all at once. You know, that you're going to reach that destination, you're going to feel better, and things are going to become clearer, you know, eventually. It's like you have to make the decisions and deal with the consequences, and then the peace will come. And I know that's not something that everyone wants to hear, but it's definitely true. And at least it leaves that hope alive as well for the future, like that hopeful energy of like, okay, it's not going to be like this forever. Because I think with this gratitude, it says be thankful for what is good now. Sometimes we kind of focus too much on the past, or we focus on those losses, or we focus on what we don't have, and that can really hold us up in that transition as well. That can prolong that process. Now, I'm not saying that you're never going to think about it, and I'm not saying that it's never going to come up and things like that. All I'm saying is that when you find yourself kind of lost in those and not feeling your best, there's always something to look forward to these days. There's always something to try to be grateful for, even if it's the most simplest of things. Like, it's, you know, like just the most mundane little things, like, you know, waking up and drinking coffee, or hearing the birds chirp, or, you know, feeling the sun. All of these things we can reprogram our mind to focus on, that gets our mind off of heavy past energies and things like that at the same time as well too. It's like, I think the message here is that, you know, you deserve to have as much peace and as much love and security as possible, and right now the only person that can give that to you is yourself. And so you need to start giving that to yourself in the present moment by declaring that you're safe now, declaring that you have all that you need, declaring that you trust what's going to happen next, that you don't need to know all of the answers of what's coming, that you're going to be fine. You know, all of that stuff is kind of tied to, because you deserve to feel okay. You don't have to keep putting yourself through these things, and healing is not linear. So, you know, grieving is, it comes and it goes, but just be aware of the part that you play in your own sorrows, and be aware of the part that you play in your own unhappiness, by just trying your best to shift as much as you can. And it's a process as well too. Be kind to yourself, be easier to yourself. Those are the little things. Do little things that just bring you the tiniest little bit of joy. Like, you know, even if it's going for a walk, or if it's talking to a specific friend, you know what I'm saying? Just all of those things add up and I'm saying this to you with such compassion and such love, because this is what I've learned that I have to do as well too. And it's something that really does help. Like, when I'm like, say I'm laying in bed and all of a sudden I'm starting to think of a past situation that caused me so much pain, and I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden I get this idea, because I've kind of trained my mind. I get this thought where it's literally like, it just comes and sometimes it's spirit too, to be honest, but sometimes so I'm laughing because spirit came through and was like, yeah, you know, that's us. But anyways, it comes through and it's like, I'm not there anymore, and I don't have to carry this. And then all of a sudden it's like taking an exhale breath, and then I start like feeling like a texture, you know, because that kind of grounds me. I don't know if that helps anyone else, but, you know, feeling a texture, or listening to a background noise or something, you know, I start being more present. And then it's like, it's crazy. It's like this sigh of relief of like, yeah, I don't, my mind's trying to make me deal with something that I don't even need to deal with right now. You know what I'm saying? Our minds play tricks on us and makes us think that we have to solve these unsolvable problems of the past that probably don't even deserve our time and attention right now, because what really deserves our time and attention is the present, and that's where our peace is at, that's where our power is at, that's where our next choice is, our next decision is at. Also, you know, sometimes we get overwhelmed too by all of the steps we have to take for the future, and with that, it's the same idea, but just the opposite spectrum of thinking about the past. You know, we're thinking about the future, now we're getting anxiety. So the best advice I can say for that, if that's something that you deal with too, is to just try to only think of the next step that you have to take. That's all the responsibility at that time. that, you know, you have to take on. It's just the next step. You don't have to take it all on at once. It'll come as it comes. You'll cross that bridge when it gets there, you know, and you're gonna be okay. And you are so loved. Like, it's ridiculous. You are so loved. You are so supported. And I think it's time that you back yourself up on that support and love as well too, because you deserve it so much. So yeah, thank you for listening to that. I really hope it helped. Sometimes I kind of go on these spills, but I hope they're necessary at some point. But yeah, I'm going to leave your reading here, pile 3. Thank you so much if you stayed till the end. I really hope this helped in any way, shape, or form. I hope you got something out of it, or at least, the very least, maybe you just got a little bit of entertainment from it, and I'm okay with that too. But yeah, thank you so much for anyone who also subscribes to the channel, who likes, shares, comments, or just supports this channel in any way. I'm forever grateful for you. I love you guys so much. Thank you. And I can't wait to see you guys at the next reading. I'll see you guys there. Bye.